A long, long time ago, some Spanish dudes put some cattle on a ship and brought them over to South America. I'm Ryan, making videos about living in Ecuador for you, and today we're talking about cheese. Today, Ecuador's dairy industry is selling $250 million worth of products in a year. Milk, cheese, ice cream, yogurt, or as my significant other says...
I say yogurt.
What?
Yogurt.
Idiot. Ecuador produces 5.2 million liters of milk a day, and a lot of that is used for cheese. According to a study done by Pulso Ecuador, 84% of households in Ecuador regularly consume cheese. But what kind of cheese? How are they eating it? Why are expats so down on cheese here? Are they all just knobheads? Those are the questions we're going to answer today in this video. Roll the credits. Y'all don't know people like this. 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 Ecuador prefers fresh cheese, Queso Fresco, which is good for the industry because you don't have to age it. You can get it out quicker. Queso Fresco is eaten as is, and it's used in many dishes. Locro de papa infuses cheese in a potato broth. So it's kind of like a cheesy potato soup. Fresh cheese is used in Ecuador's most popular empanada, Empanada de Viento. Ooh, look at that. That's a lot of cheese in there. Big hunk of cheese. And it's often included in bolón de verde, a ball of fried green banana dough that's popular for breakfast. Fresh cheese is also used in desserts and sweet drinks. They put it in their hot chocolate. They'll sweeten it and put it in breads, and they'll eat it with sweet grilled bananas. One of my favorite Ecuadorian desserts is called dulce de higos con queso, sweet figs with cheese. Okay, here I am in En Dulce, a little cafe down in the old town in the historical district of Quito. Really cool spot here. You can see they got the bench kind of seating, the bar seating, and you can watch the guys making a cake, and this guy over here is making some kind of croissant thing. I love this place. And they have all the traditional foods, like Ecuadorian traditions. Actually, I haven't, no, this isn't in English. Why did I think this was in English? Cafe Americano Hoga? No. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I just read Spanish now and I can read it, so I think it's English. But they got all kinds of dessert stuff here, chocolate as well, and it's a good spot to get higos con queso. You see this brown liquid here? That is panela. It's kind of a panela syrup. They've cooked it down with some cinnamon. Oh, it's really good. It tastes like maple syrup meets brown sugar, I would say. Something like that. It's really sweet, but the cheese is going to help balance that out. Let's try it. A little bit of fig and a little bit of cheese with some of that syrup. That is serious stuff. They're not messing around. It is mega sweet, but the cheese really helps. Don't need much of that panela to get the sweetness because the figs are essentially caramelized in it. And it goes great with a little bit of espresso. I also got these little chocolate nibs here, which they just gave for free. Kind of their specialty here is chocolate. That's a nice touch. So to make these figs, it takes around 2 to 3 days. You soak them, you boil them, and you soak them some more, and you boil them some more. This time in the syrup, in the panela syrup with the cinnamon and other spices. I think it's probably necessary to do a panela digression. Panela is essentially sugarcane juice. So they take the liquid from sugarcane and they boil it down and concentrate it. So basically, they boil all the liquid out. It boils down to this like really hard object, like a brick of panela you can get. And it's great for shipping. It's part of the reason why they created it as a sweetener that they can ship anywhere. You can get panela in different forms. You can get buy the blocks here, or you can buy it ground up into like normal. Well, it looks like brown sugar. The difference between panela and brown sugar, though, is brown sugar is essentially white sugar, refined sugar with molasses added to it. And meanwhile, panela is like the actual sugar cane juice. It's just been boiled down. And it's mega sweet. Okay, I guess I'll finish this up, and then I'm gonna hit the market and do a little bit of cheese shopping. Okay guys, so now I'm in Santa Clara Market, and I'm looking for some cheese. don't know this market too well. I know that seems to be the food section. There's fruit, there's flowers. I read a statistic that 53% of Ecuadorians eat cheese for breakfast regularly. They consider it pretty healthy for breakfast because it's high in protein, I guess, and lower in fat than normal cheese. Lacteos orange. Went to Alta upstairs. Here is the chapel, which every market in Ecuador seems to have. A whole size of pork. There's some cheese. There are many different kinds of cheese in Ecuador, different salt levels, different types, different ways that people make them. And every province seems to have their own style. ¿Tienes manaba?
Sí, tengo embudo. ¿Quiere probarlo un pedacito?
Sí. Okay, here is a sample.
Ya le doy otro.
Okay, lo siento. There's a sample of manaba cheese that she's giving me. Gracias. So this is cheese from Manabi province. Very salty, very like dry. It doesn't melt. It's good on like corn and stuff like this. Quite salty as well. Yeah, that's how they do it in Manabi. Menus sal.
Menos sal.
Sí.
Ah, ya.
Manaba queso.
Duro y semiduro. El duro tiene más sal y el semiduro menos sal.
Okay. Gracias. Sí, me gusta.
La libra a 2.50.
¿2.50? Ok, 2.50 es bueno. ¿Tienes queso de hoja?
No.
No.
Este es el quesito de campo, tengo de...
Gracias.
De morocho.
Morocho, oh. Morocho?
Es grasa de chancho.
Okay, gracias. So I was hoping to find some queso de hoja. Queso de hoja means leaf cheese. It usually comes wrapped in a leaf. That's kind of the traditional way. Nowadays they wrap it in like Tetra Pak kind of stuff. ¿Tienes queso de hoja? Santa Maria, sí. Okay, gracias. That seems to always be the answer at these places. They don't have something, and they go, "What is Santa Maria?" So I guess that's where we're headed next. Okay, back home with my queso de hoja. You can see it's kind of a harder cheese. It melts, unlike the fresh cheese. These are very much a snacking cheese, often eaten with coffee or hot chocolate. Oh, that's good. And it really just tastes like mozzarella to me. Really reminds me of cheese strings. Remember cheese strings? I don't know if they still have those.
100% mozzarella cheese strings. You make everything new from Black Diamond. Cheese strings, I think I love you.
In Ecuador, cheese is a great way to make money off of cows. 10 liters of milk produces 3 pounds of cheese. So if you do the math, that's about $10 of milk, but in cheese form, it's about $13. 3 pounds are stupid. So that's about 135 grams of cheese would be a liter of milk. First of all, you're going to charge more for that. And second of all, you're going to probably eat 135 grams of cheese faster than you're going to drink a liter of milk, unless you're a little boy. But the cheese making industry is changing in Ecuador. Traditionally, they would make the cheese out of a natural rennet taken from the gut of a cow, and they would use unpasteurized milk. But it's now being regulated. Laws have been made forcing farmers to use pasteurized milk and chemically made rennet. I'm not sure if it's going to affect the taste of the cheese. I don't really know how that works. Maybe it's a good thing, but it does cost more money for the farmer to make the cheese, so they're probably not making as much money off of cheese as they used to. Queso Fresco is definitely the most popular cheese here, but they do sell all kinds of other cheese. You can find a lot of mozzarella in the grocery store. That's mainly used for cooking, for pizzas and stuff. Also, ricotta is pretty popular. There's a decent selection of that there. While cheeses like cheddar are not all that popular, they do sell a few varieties, but they're mostly sliced, used on sandwiches and burgers. I do miss the good aged cheddar. People on the expat group have gone to extraordinary lengths to try to recreate the cheddar that they love.
Aged cheddar cheese. Nah. Many months back there was a discussion of cheddar cheese. Someone made the comment that you could buy the cheddar at the Supermaxi, set it aside for 6 months to age, and it would taste much better. I bought 4 bricks at SM and put them in a drawer. Today I happened to take a bag of pasta out of the same drawer that was sitting next to the cheese. It stuck to the bottom, and I found a greasy, and rather smelly once uncovered, film. The cheese had exploded out of the wax covering and melted all over the bottom of the drawer. Yuck! Luckily our house cleaner is coming tomorrow. I have left a note for her to clean out that drawer. Sad face.
That being said, I may have solved the cheddar problem. I'm just headed up to my gate right now. Got a cheese delivery coming. That's the guy there. Well, that was a false alarm on the cheese. The guy said he was going to be here in 20 minutes. And it's been an hour and 40 minutes and he's still not here yet. He sent me another message saying he'll be 10 minutes. So if you do the math, I guess that would mean another hour or so. Ecuadorian time. Oh, I'm calling. So he called me, he said he was here, he said to come down outside. So I walked downstairs, I walked all the way up this hill to the gate, and he's not there. I tell him, no, you're not here, you're at the wrong place. He sends me his location, and he's about 15 minutes away from where I live. So another false alarm. It's been 2 hours since he said I'll be there in 20 minutes. Finally got my cheese. Quick tip, in Ecuador, don't wait for somebody. I was kind of like setting up my cameras. I wanted this guy to show up so I could finish this video. So I was sitting around waiting for him, but you can't do that when you're expecting deliveries in Ecuador. You gotta just be there and he'll call when he's ready. Let's try some of this cheddar with rocoto peppers, spicy peppers, one of my favorite peppers of all time. It's so good. I'm gonna do a video about just those peppers eventually. Yeah, I can go with that. That's good. It's not bad. I'm gonna make a grilled cheese. So this cheese is from Cayambe. It's from a company called Productos Lacteos Yaznan. Don't know what that means. It was either started by a Westerner or a Westerner just went in and showed him how to make cheddar. But there was a guy, he's from Chicago, and he went and started helping them produce cheddar. I'll leave a link to the cheese place where you can place orders if you want. They'll deliver to Quito, they'll deliver all over the place. This bread I just picked up yesterday. It's fresh bread. Sourdough. It's from Sima Bakery. The best bread I've had in Ecuador. Oh yeah, it's a lot of cheese. Okay, when I do, mayonnaise on the outside. This is the true way to make grilled cheese sandwiches. Trust me on the mayo. And it is probably the best cheddar I've had in Ecuador. So for this big block of 500 grams of cheese, it cost me $5, and that includes delivery. The place is out of Cayambe, which is like an hour or so away. So that's a pretty good deal. I guess they do deliveries to Quito on the reg. Sounds like Sarah's coming out of her den soon. Here she comes. I got cheese for you, Stinky. She's like a little mouse. I wish I could set a little trap here and probably catch her in it.
Is it good?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, it's good. It's better than...
It tastes like cheddar. I haven't
Yeah,
had cheddar in
I
so
know.
long.
Oh god.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ricotta.
It's not definitely not aged enough, but it's so nice to have that flavor of cheddar for a change.
Stop!
Grilled cheese.
Here you go. Okay.
So you didn't know where it was going?
All right. So.
Are you having soup?
Yes, please. Check out this soup Sarah made, which looks gross, but it's actually really good. It's got purple cabbage in it and white carrot. And I made the broth homemade with chicken carcass and some pork. It was really good. So grilled cheese can't be beat. You need the cheddar for it. This cheddar is the way to go. But don't forget about Queso Fresco. I love it. We use it as a substitute for feta. Get a nice salty kind. You can use it in Greek salads. We've even used it as a substitute for paneer, Indian cheese. Works great and tastes good. And hey, can you get spoons? If you come to Ecuador, I'm sure you'll try some Queso Fresco. So I hope you like it, and I hope you like this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Lunchtime. All right, that's it. I'm gonna turn this off. Take care. Come here.
Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health. One day I'm gonna go ball. Fuck around and buy the whole mall. Breaking that cake. Flexing 700 in the bank. Not a superhero, I don't save. Look at my face. Look at my grades. Don't match up, no love. Fuck a date. I just fade. When I hit the jack, you can keep the pie. Every night I gamble, I stop. Yeah. When I check the cost, I was like,
Oh, that's expensive.
ay, rolling flex